Hello students, welcome back to the channel AT Maths Academy. In this video, we are going to continue with our chapter Logic and we are going to learn a new concept which is logical connectives. Okay, now although this concept is new to you, but let me tell you the words and the meaning of this particular word connective. You already are familiar with the meaning and with the words which are inside this particular concept connective. Okay, so after this video you will find that yes, you already are familiar with some of these connectives and all. Okay, now for that what you have to do is you have to watch this video completely. If not subscribed yet, you have to subscribe to our channel. You have to forward the links to your other friends and ask them to watch and subscribe also. Okay, so let's move with our concept. Let's first see these three statements 1, 2 and 3. Okay, see the first statement is Harry boarded the train and the train started immediately. Okay, second sentence is he would prefer to have tea or coffee. Third one is if it rains heavily then the college will be closed. Now when you listen or see these sentences, what you feel? These are very common sentences, but there are some words which are actually the connectives. Now which are those words? In the first statement the word is and, in the second statement the word is or, and in the third statement the word is if then. Okay, these words are connectives. Now why these words are called as connectives? Because they connect two different statements. Now in first statement you can see Harry boarded the train. This is the first statement, and the train started immediately. This is the second statement. Okay, but you connected those two statements with the word and that's why it is called as connective. Similarly in second statement, now second statement you can break like this: he would prefer to have tea. This is the first statement. He would prefer to have coffee. This will be the second statement. You connected it with the word or, that's why it is called as logical connecting. Same will happen with third one. It rains heavily. This is the first statement. College will be closed. This is the second statement. You connected them with if then, that's why if then will be your logical connectives. Okay, same we have written in the next statement. You can see here the words and, or, if then. So we have used this word to join or to connect two sentences. Okay, we have two sentences and we connect them with the help of these words. Okay, therefore these connecting words, okay, so the words which connect two or more sentences, these are called as logical connectives. Okay, so this is the concept of logical connecting. Now let's see one more concept before going further, that is compound statement. Okay, now till now in the previous video we have seen some type of statements. All those were simple statements. Okay, so what is a compound statement? So a statement which is formed by combining two or more simple statements. Okay, so if you combine two or more simple statements with logical connectives, okay, so any of them, you can use and, you can use or. Okay, so with the help of any of them, if you are trying to combine or connect two or more simple statements, okay, then such a statement is called as compound statement. So the resulting statement will be your compound statement. Okay, this is the concept of compound statement. Now here you can see a tree diagram. Okay, so basically there are some types of logical connectives. Okay, we are going to see some types of logical connectives. First type is conjunction. Okay, second one is disjunction. Third one is negation. Now negation you might be familiar. the opposite of the given statement, so the negative of the given statement, that is called as negation. Okay. Fourth one is conditional or implication, something implies something. Okay. And second one is biconditional or double implication. Now as far as this video is concerned, we are going to see two types. So this is the first one and this is the second one. So we are going to see these two types in this particular video. And as you can see here, I have written it conjunction. Okay. Now this is the symbol for the conjunction. Okay. You can remember this as the symbol of the conjunction. You can call it as ulta V, but generally it is called as conjunction only. Now let's see first the definition of conjunction. See, if P and Q, now if you remember, we had said in the earlier video that we will denote the statements by small p, small q, small r. Okay, so if small p and small q are any two statements connected by the word and, okay, so if you are connecting two statements by the word and, then the resulting compound statement, now what will happen? See, you are connecting two simple statements, so the resulting statement will be a compound statement. Okay, so the resulting compound statement, that will be of the type P and Q, and that is called as conjunction of P and Q. Okay, so if you are using the word and to connect two statements, then the resulting compound statement is the conjunction of P and Q. Let's see how it is denoted. Now here this symbol will come. Okay, this one. So it is symbolically denoted as P and Q. And how this is read as? This we will read as P and Q. See here, I am writing for you. This will be read as P and Q. Okay. Let's see an example now. Suppose P is a statement, sun is a star. Okay. And suppose Q is a statement, earth is a planet. Now can you see these two are totally different statements? What we have to do is we have to do the conjunction of the above statements. Now according to definition, which word we will use for conjunction? We will use and. Okay, so after doing the conjunction, we will first denote it as like this, and we will read this as P and Q, and our resulting statement will be sun is a star and earth is a planet. Okay, so this will be our resulting statement. Now in the first video of logic, you must be remembering that we had defined something which is called as truth value of statements. So a statement is either true or false. So any statement has two truth values. Now with the help of those truth values, we can construct truth table. Okay, so for every logical connective, whatever 5 types which we saw in that tree diagram, we are going to describe truth table for every of those logical connectives. So let's see truth table for conjunction. Okay, whatever we are learning now, conjunction, we will see the truth table of that. Suppose both the statements are true. So P is also true and Q is also true. So if both the statements are true, then P and Q becomes a true statement. Okay, if both statements are true, then P and Q becomes true. But if at least one of them becomes false, okay, if at least one of them becomes false, then the statement becomes false. How? See here. Suppose P is true but Q is false. Okay, so one statement became false. So the resulting P and Q, that will also become false. Similarly, suppose P is true but P is false but Q is true. Okay, so again one statement is false, so the resulting will be false. And of course, if P and Q both are false, then naturally the resulting P and Q, that will also become false. So what does this mean? So I have written some remarks also here for you. See, these are some remarks. Conjunction is true. Okay, so the conjunction is true if both substatements are true. What should happen? Both substatements should be true. See here, P and Q both are true, and that's why here conjunction of P and Q, it is true. Okay, so both substatements should be true, then only the conjunction becomes true. Otherwise it becomes false. You take any other case, true false, it becomes false, false true, it becomes false, false false, it becomes false. Okay, so otherwise it is always false. So this is the first remark. Second remark is very important. See, it's not necessary that always you should for conjunction you should use the word and. There are some other words also which you can use instead of and. Which are those other words? So, but, yet, though, still, moreover. These are some other words which you can use instead of and to join two simple statements and to make it as a conjunction. Okay, so to make conjunction, it is not necessary to use only and. You can go for these words also. But, yet, though, still, and moreover. Okay, let's see an example of this statement. The Dursleys knew that the Potters had a small son, but they had never seen him. Now, you might have realized from which book I have taken this statement. Yes, this is the statement from the famous book Harry Potter. Okay, so what's important here is, see, there are again two statements. The Dursleys knew that the Potters had a small son. This is the first statement. They had never seen him. This is the second statement. And we joined these two statements with the word but, or with the connective but. So this statement, this whole statement is also a conjunction because we are using here the word but. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. The next type is disjunction. Okay, this is the second type of logical connective. Now, in one small sentence, the difference between the conjunction and disjunction is the difference of the words and or. Okay, so in conjunction we used the word and. Now in disjunction we are going to use the word or. So what is the definition? The definition is like this. If P and Q are two simple statements connected by the word or. Okay, so in conjunction we tried to connect it with and of course with the other words like but, though, etc. Here in disjunction we are going to use only one word, that is or. Okay, so then the resulting compound statement, again what will happen? There are two different statements and you are going to connect them with the word or. Okay, so the resulting statement will be a compound statement. It will be read as P or Q. Okay, and this is called as disjunction of P and Q. Okay, so disjunction means you are going to connect those two words by the word those two statements by the word or. Symbolically it is denoted as P or Q. Now this is not the V, this is actually your or. Okay, and how we will read as? We will read this as P or Q. Okay, we will read this as P or Q. Let's see an example. The amount can be paid by GPay or Paytm. You must have seen such kind of statements. in some shops. Okay, because now online payment and all is available, that's why we can pay by GPay, Paytm, and many such options are there. So one such sentence I have written for you. You can the amount can be paid by GPay or Paytm. Okay, now what does this mean? So I have written it in the note. See, or is used in the sense that at least one of the possibilities exist. Okay, so let's go to the example. Now here you can either pay by GPay or you can pay by Paytm. Okay, so at least one. So if you have GPay, no problem, you can do the payment, you can pay the amount. If you have Paytm, still no problem, you can pay the amount by Paytm. If you have both, then you have choice with you whether to pay by GPay or Paytm. But again, in that case also, the amount paying is possible for you. Okay, so or is says that at least one of the possibilities exists. Now let's see the truth table for disjunction. Okay, so there are two statements, P, Q, and this is P or Q. Suppose P is true and Q is also true. Okay, then P or Q becomes true. This is exactly like conjunction. Now suppose one of them is false. Okay, so suppose P is true and Q is false. Then also P or Q becomes true, because what we saw in the previous thing, at least one of the possibilities. Okay, so at least one should be true. Either P should be true or Q should be true. At least one should be true. Then also your P or Q becomes true. Okay, so here P is true, Q is false. So one statement is true, that's why this P or Q becomes true. Similarly, if P is false and Q is true, that means again one statement is true, this Q is true. Okay, so your P or Q becomes true. But suppose P and Q both are false. Okay, then no one can help you, your P or Q will become false. For example, in the previous example which we saw, suppose you don't have GPay and Paytm, then can you pay the amount? The answer is no, because they are offering you only two choices, GPay and Paytm. You don't have both of them. Okay, so both are false, so P or Q also becomes false. Now what we can conclude from this? So the conclusion is like this: the disjunction, okay, the disjunction of two statements is false if both statements are false. Now this is exactly opposite as that of conjunction. In conjunction we have seen conjunction of two statements is true if both statements are true. Okay, this is exactly opposite. So disjunction of two statements is false if both statements are false, otherwise it is true. Okay, so you can see here there are two false, then only it becomes false. But as soon as at least one of the statement becomes true, the resultant, that is P or Q, becomes true. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel AT Maths Academy. Thank you.